Please, not another channel about technology. No, no, no. Welcome to the channel. I present to you my recording setup right there. Hello everybody, and today we have the great ThinkPad battle here. Here on the left we have a ThinkPad X1 Carbon 6th Gen. On the right we have a T14 Gen 2 ThinkPad. And today we're going to put Linux on them. So here on the website, we're going to select the nearest point to our current location. Right now I'm in Czech Republic, so I'm going to select this one. And that's going to download the ISO file, which is like the installer of the Linux Mint. So we're going to wait for that to download and then burn it on the CD. So here we have the ISO image downloaded. Now I can just right click it, show more options, burn disk image, wait for this to load. Click open, and here we can select our DVD drive. In this case, I've selected mine, and then we can click burn. Our DVD drive will initialize and start burning the image. And it's done, and we've got an error. Okay, I'll grab another CD. Maybe we'll get better luck with this purple DVD. Yeah. Rip the cover. So this is a reminder, don't print the cover and glue it up until you've got the bootable image already burnt onto the disk. Or better yet, don't use optical media anymore, use USB flash drive. And there we go, just like that, the DVD is burnt. We are ready to install this. So a couple of things I'd like to change in the BIOS are in the config and the power option. Sleep state, we don't need Windows anymore, so let's just put Linux S3. That will help with the power management. And then let's disable the secure boot, the bane of existence. So secure boot, disable, and there we go. Can exit, saving changes. We are now ready to boot the Linux Mint installation media. Oh, and I had to disable the internal screen in order to capture this footage in my capture card, if you were asking. So we're going to reboot the machine, save configuration and exit, yes. After we see the initial screen, we're going to mash, in this case, enter. That will give us the boot option menus and will make a loud beep. So I'm just now hitting the enter key over and over again. Each laptop has a different key, how to access the settings to temporary boot menus. So we will have to look it up based on your manufacturer. So here we can see F12 to choose a temporary device. That's what we're going to do. I hit F12, so let's see. I see nothing. There we go. So Windows Boot Manager, that's the original. And we can select the CD-ROM drive, USB CD-ROM drive right there. So let's see if this works. Haven't done this in a while with the DVD. And there we go. We can select first option right there. And now we should be seeing the Linux Mint boot screen right there. We can see the cursor. Until the video driver loads, we will probably not get any picture on this screen. So let's see how this goes. We might have to install it using the capture card only. I mean, that's fine for me. I can see that on my second monitor, so that's fine. Can hear the DVD-ROM churning away all the data. Let's go. That took a very long time, like 15 minutes, but finally here we are at the desktop. Let's launch the installer straight away. Oh no. The drive went to sleep. It's not churning away. Come on. What's going on? There we go. Installer English is fine. Continue. English US keyboard. That's fine. Okay. It's probably cached because the drive is not spinning anymore. I spoke too soon. Multimedia codecs. Sure. Let's install that. Continue. Okay, here is the important part. This will erase everything on the drive. The Windows, nothing will be left. So let's select this option. This will delete all your programs, documents, photos, music, and any other files in the operating system. That's fine with me. Install now. Here we get a summary of what it's going to do. So it's going to create 2 partitions, ext4 format. That's fine. Continue. Let's put our correct time zone. Maybe not. All right, can I just... Almost. There we go. It was on the second try. Continue. User, ThinkPad Gen 2. Nice, so it knows our model. And can you guess my password? Gonna log in automatically. Continue. And we're copying the files. We have a little presentation of what the operating system is capable of. We have our applications, Firefox, Netflix, okay. Listen to music, Spotify Rhythmbox, watch movies and videos, VLC, very popular in the old days. Now I guess it might still be. Manage your photos. Stay connected. Slack, WhatsApp, Discord, Signal. Okay, I see. Productivity suite, in this case LibreOffice. Steam, Google Earth, is that even a thing? Okay, I have to check it out. Dropbox. Windows software. VirtualBox and Wine. Looks good to me. Customize the desktop. Almost finished copying. We click this little arrow right there. Get a summary on what's going on in the terminal right there. Next. Keep your system up to date. I did not connect it to internet yet, but once we are on the desktop and we get rid of the horrible boot times of the CD-ROM drive, I might do that. If you're curious about something or if you will face problem, simply ask around. Linux Mint is one of the most popular desktop Linux distributions used by millions of people. It comes with a user guide, community website, collection of tutorials, active forums, chat rooms, and one of the most dynamic communities on the internet. Communities. Okay, that's the last page of the slideshow. So we just have to wait for it to finish the copying. After it is done copying, we can just reboot and hopefully we will have the desktop ready for our use. See ya there. Press enter. First boot right there. Let's see if it works. This looks good. And there we are. Probably default it into the extended screen. So let me just quickly mirror that. Apply the settings. And there we go. We have our working desktop right there. Let me just put up the brightness of the screen. And here we have a little welcome guide right there. Welcome to Linux Mint. Welcome to your new operating system. This welcome screen will guide you through the first steps, show you where to find help and more information about Linux Mint. Great, let's go. I'm noticing that the sensitivity of the mouse is very low. So let me just quickly adjust that. Mouse and touchpad settings. Go to the touchpad. We need faster. Perfect. How about the cursor to make it a little bit larger so it's easier to see? Great. Here we can modify our settings right there. Desktop colors, system snapshots, driver manager, multimedia codecs, which we already installed, and so on. I changed my capture card resolution to the full HD. I know it has been a little bit blurry and everything. Now it should be better. So let's see. First thing what we need to do is to update the system. So if I click the update manager right there in the bottom corner, I get some options right there. I'll click OK, information. And it's asking us to switch to a local mirror. we can do that. But firstly, we should connect to the internet. So let's quickly do that. Oh no, my Wi-Fi driver doesn't work. We have to open the terminal and figure it out. Oh no. So after Googling, apparently I have to disable the Intel AMT in the BIOS. So I'll try that. The second fix can be turning off the Windows startup if dual booting. I'm not dual booting, so I have to go and check the BIOS if I have these settings even. All right, so let's check that out. Intel AMT right there. It is enabled. Okay, so if I just disable it, it should work, right? Let's reboot and check. Okay, I turned it off, but now it doesn't even boot up. It doesn't power up. So I looked up a guide and that I need to reset it through the hole at the bottom. So I'm going to do that. Just press it for 15 seconds and that should be it. That's done. So will it boot up now? Holy schmoly. It's on. Think. All right, let's connect it up. No signal. Oh, there we go. Configuration changed. Restart the system. Whoa. What's it doing? All right, it's rebooting. That's a good sign. Maybe it needs power. It's boot looping now. Oh, there we go. I saw the logo. Was there? Finally, I'm on the desktop. No way. And guess what? The Wi-Fi now works. So let me connect and we can continue. And we're connected to the network. We can go to the update manager back again. Do you want to switch to local mirror? Yes, please. And here we can choose a mirror that is closer to us with good speeds. I'm gonna choose this one. And for the base packages, the same. Let's choose the first one, the fastest one. Apply, apply. Now we can refresh to update the list of the updates that we need to download. Sure enough, there's going to be an update. We have 1.1 gigabytes of updates that we need to download right now. So let's do that. So we have the best experience possible. And that's done. Let's reboot the system. And there we go. We got our working Linux Mint desktop right there. So in the next episode, we're going to customize the system a little, install all the software that we need, look at some alternatives to the Windows programs and so on. So until then, thank you for watching this video and let me know in the comments below what is your favorite distribution of Linux and see you there. Wait, why is it not booting? And have a nice day.